Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here today to provide an update on some of the work that is ongoing to stabilize our water distribution system and to discuss our current outdoor water restrictions and some of the factors we're considering before we lift them further. Last week, we were able to ease outdoor water conservation measures. And on Saturday, we announced the move from Stage 4 to Stage 3 outdoor water restrictions. As expected, water demand has been gradually increasing as outdoor water use returned to normal and with the move to Stage 3 outdoor water restrictions on Saturday. The rise was slow and steady, increasing by a few million liters a day from when we eased outdoor water restrictions last week through to the start of the warmer weather on Monday. Thank you all for your support in helping us ease back into water use. When we get into prolonged stretches of warm weather, it's normal for water use to increase. That's the pattern we're seeing now. On Monday, we used 540 million liters of water, up from the 507 million liters used the day before. Yesterday, we used 555 million liters, and we anticipate this will increase again today. Our distribution system is stable and we remained able to meet water demand with Stage 3 outdoor water restrictions in place. Normally, under Stage 3 restrictions, filling of outdoor pools and use of spray parks is not allowed. On Saturday, we announced an exception for public outdoor pools, spray parks, and wading pools. This was a decision made with health and safety in mind to provide a way for Calgarians to escape from the heat. We know that it can be challenging to stay cool during this weather. That's why I'm pleased to share that as of today, we will be extending this exemption to all outdoor pools, including private residential backyard and kiddie pools, as well as non-residential outdoor pools. We hope this move creates more opportunities for people to stay cool over the coming weeks. As a reminder, here are some of the other things allowed under the Stage 3 outdoor water restrictions. Watering plants with a watering can or container using water from your tap. Using a sprinkler or hose to water new sod for up to 21 days after it's planted, or lawn seed for up to 45 days after it's planted. Water used for construction purposes like dust suppression, compaction, concrete mixing, watering of new trees and shrubs that are part of a new build and other construction-related activities. And water use for home renovation projects, like washing driveways and other surfaces to prepare for paving and sealing, or power washing a home prior to painting. For more details on what is allowed under Stage 3 restrictions, please visit calgary.ca/restrictions. We know that people are anxious to learn more about when we will move to Stage 2 outdoor water restriction, which would allow more use of sprinklers and hoses. In order to lift restrictions further, we need to make sure we can supply enough water to meet anticipated demand. We know that sprinklers and hoses use a lot more water, and we're not yet in a place where we think we can supply enough water to accommodate this water consumption. I'd like to share a little bit about why that is and what we need to do before we can move to Stage 2 water restrictions. As I've shared before, the process of putting pressure back into the feeder main in our system is risky. When we increase water flow and speed, it increases pressure on the walls of the feeder main. Last month, we fixed 5 hotspots that are of great concern, but there are still other areas that we know are structurally weaker. The last thing any of us wants is another major break that could have put us back to where we were in early June. That's why we've been moving carefully and monitoring as we go to make sure we aren't pushing the feeder main past what it can handle. Last week, we raised the flow of the feeder main to 55% of what it normally handles. This was an amount of pressure we felt we could raise to safely, and we have left it there for several days to let the system settle and monitor performance. As you recall, Each section of our feeder main pipe is built with rings of steel wire that coil around it like a slinky and provide structural strength. The initial feeder main break occurred in a spot where the wire had snapped in dozens of places, and the hot spots we fixed showed signs of the same type of damage. Since Sunday, our monitors have detected 2 additional wire snaps along the feeder main. These 2 snaps aren't a sign that another major break is imminent, but they do give us some important clues about what the pipe can handle and will help inform our decision whether the flow and pressure can be increased. The increased water use during the current heat wave has also given us an opportunity to see how the system performs under increased demand. We're continuing to monitor and meet daily to discuss next steps, and I hope to have more details about our path moving forward very soon. I know you're looking forward to having more restrictions lifted, and we are too, but for now, I'd like to ask for your continued support. Fill your outdoor pools, hand water your gardens, but please refrain from running your sprinklers and hoses at this time. Keeping safe and cool during the heat wave. We are having high temperatures this week, and I want to encourage you to stay safe. The city has a map of publicly accessible spaces to help Calgarians and visitors cool on hot summer days, as well as safety tips and other resources. You can find it online at calgary.ca/heat. What to do during extreme heat at calgary.ca. I'm pleased to share that most city spray parks are now open, and wading pools and outdoor community pools are either open or in the process of opening now. You can find the status, hours, and locations at calgary.ca/spray parks. Thank you for your time today and for your continued support. We'll provide your next update here tomorrow at 2 p.m.